Hello, everybody. Welcome to Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy. It is Tuesday, and here we are stamping together on this cold, gross day. Like, it is actually really cold out there. I stepped out to get the mail and was not expecting that. I'm so ready for warm weather. It's days like these that I don't mind coming down to my stamp room in the basement. Because then I can just imagine that it's fabulous out there instead of actually visualizing it that it's not fabulous. But it's super sunny, fabulous days that I'm like, oh, I have to go down and work. But then I just have fabulous colors like these to brighten me up. So I have another mishmash of new catalog stuff that I'm going to show you. So my little bookmarks came in. So my little bookmark sleeves. So I went ahead and I cut them. Yesterday I showed you guys the full sheet. So I cut them down and I'll just slide them down in there. Whoa. And what I did for these little bookmarks was I took the in colors and used the 5-petal punch, which was a celebration item, but it's in the new catalog, so we get to play with it longer. Woo woo, flowers. So now you have that fabulous little protected image in there, and then I'm just gonna take some ribbon. I already cut my ribbon, assuming that this would be the right length. I kind of like did like a about this long and then loop it sort of thing. So I hope that this works. And what I do is I fold my ribbon in half, and then I'm going to go through the front of the bookmark. So I went from the front to the back of the bookmark, and then there's that little loop, and then I'm just going to put my my tails through that loop and pull tight. And then you get that fabulous look. So then you have a fabulous little bookmark with the little tails on the end. In fact, I would almost say that the tails are probably too long, but they're kind of fun. I'll probably go ahead and, I don't know where my paper snips are, so it looks like I'm going to use these scissors and do a little diagonal trim. You can always do like a diagonal in either direction for a fun little look, but there's the fabulous little bookmark. So if you're just jumping on, say hello. Let me know where you're from so that I can know that we're actually live and everything is going well, but also so that I know who all is watching, because I love to interact with you guys on these Facebook Lives. So that means that these are ready to go in the mail to all of my distant customers. And then it also means all my locals. I'm going to maybe try to drive around and do some porch pickups or porch drop-offs. But if you're local and you're out and about and want to stop by, then let me know and I can leave some out on my front porch for you guys to pick up. So just let me know, message me and say that you're wanting to come over so that I can set it out on the porch. Because especially with this weather being crazy, like there's a chance that I might end up putting it like my porch is covered, but I might put them in like a plastic tote just to keep them protected because it's like liquid gold, you know, fabulous catalog that we can't wait to see. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. If you want to make sure that you get a catalog or you don't live nearby and maybe you're new but you would still like a catalog, then just send me a little message and with your address and I will get one sent out in the mail to you. Hi Colleen, welcome from Michigan. I don't even want to know if it's snowing up there. Because that would just make me cry. But I have another friend up in Michigan who said that it was blowing snow outside and she could hear a lawnmower. She said it didn't even faze her because she lives in Michigan and that's how it is. I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds absolutely chaotic. Not to say that some of that same stuff. Like our neighbor out back like was mowing last fall. And you know, fall, it gets dark early from like 8 to 10 p.m. Their yard is not 2 hours long, big. It's not big enough to be 2 hours long. I think he was also mulching the leaves, but 2 hours in the dark mowing? I mean, I don't understand. It was the craziest thing. And we just moved in, so it was like, I don't know, maybe these are our new neighbors. They probably think we're crazy too, though, especially whenever we're out there and Claire's wearing PJs and crazy sunglasses and she's walking a little plastic dog. She looks like Elton John whenever she wears those sunglasses. It absolutely cracks me up. But I also almost like feel like bad that both Brad and I have glasses and she doesn't. I'm glad that she doesn't, because especially being a 2-year-old. But yeah, I feel like she's like sad that she's like left out. Everybody has glasses but her. But yeah, problems of a 2-year-old. What are you going to do? So yeah, I have all my little bookmarks ready to go. I just need to tie the ribbons on the top. I do have to say, I don't know, these are pretty flat because this ribbon is flat, which I love. This is the In Color ribbon. This is just Jade, right? Something Jade. I think it's just Jade. I don't even know where it is. It is, yes, just Jade. But it's fairly flat. I was going to mail out these and do them where the ribbon was just inside and tell you how to add that to the top. But they're pretty flat, so I think I'll probably go ahead and do that. I'll show you guys again how I did that. So I took my ribbon, which it doesn't really need to be this long. Let me see how long this is. I cut this at like 7.5 inches, which I just kind of made up that number. I didn't actually calculate it. But I just kind of like laid it down and was like down and around and up. And that's what I did to cut this. But it's like 7.5 inches. And oh my gosh, it warmed up to 55. And here I'm complaining because it is 55. Oh, how funny. Yeah, we've had some frosts recently too, but I'm glad there's no snow. So I would say that you probably only need like 5 inches or something. But anyway, I took, it kind of depends on how long you want your tails. But I took it and folded it in half. And then I took the loop end, or like the folded end, and put that from the front to the back. And then popped open that hole, or that fold, and put the ribbon through. Put the tails through that loop, and then you pull tight, and it's nice and flat there. So that's how you get that, that nice little flat, smooth look. If, and I guess I'll show you, this is what it looks like from the back side. So if you went from back to front and did the loop, it would look like that on the front instead. So, and like I said, the tails aren't really that bad. But like I always like to kind of snip them for like the frayed edge. Even though I'm sure as people use these, they like it just kind of gets a little like ratty-tatty again, but that's okay. Some people really like that look. I like a more like clean, like definite look. Like watercoloring is so gorgeous and I love it, but then sometimes I'm like, no, it looks like a mess and it needs to be, you know, like neat and clean. But that's kind of the craziness in me. Hi, Casey. Welcome. If you're wanting a new catalog and you're in the area, like if you go to Sam's or something, stop by. Let me know and I'll get you one. Okay, so that is the bookmarks and the In Colors that I wanted to chat with you about. Oh, I also wanted to share with you guys some Happy Mail because you guys know how much I send out Happy Mail, and I absolutely love getting Happy Mail back too. So just know that whenever you send out mail, people absolutely love it, or I'm like 99% sure that they do. So, so definitely send it because it means a lot. I know that these cards mean a lot to me. Some of them are Mother's Day, and of course that's even extra special, but still fabulous. Hi, Liz. Have a good day, Liz. Hugs. I'm always here for you, and you can always rewatch it anytime. So I got this fabulous card using the Ornate Garden Suite. So there's that fabulous die cut with the intricate edges. And I absolutely love how she did it with the designer paper. So there's like, the designer paper has like gold flecks in it. And so like the gold is like here and there with the way it is die cut. And I absolutely love that. But the little die cut piece and that inside square were both done with the Ornate Garden Designer Series paper. And that is available now. Hi, Dawn. Welcome. And then just a little Happy Mother's Day greeting. And then this one was from my sister. And she colored with that Bloom and Grow. And it's super fabulous. And this is where, like, don't feel bad if you don't have a specific greeting for a certain holiday or something, because anything works. Like, I mean, she sent this to me. The first words were Happy Mother's Day. So it's technically a Mother's Day card, I guess. But like it says, you're simply wonderful on the front. You could even just say hello. And then on the inside, say Happy Mother's Day. Like, so you don't always have to feel like you have to have a card for every holiday or a stamp set for every holiday. Because you could always do a card like this and still send it. And trust me, it's still meaningful and warms my heart. So I love it. And then I got this one, and this one uses the COVID-19, I don't know how to call it. So Stampin' Up! Put together a PDF of a whole bunch of like COVID-19 greetings. Like I changed out of my night PJs into day PJs to send a card because we're all wearing PJs. There's also some like fun little greetings around the toilet paper chaos. And martinis, I think it's quarantini or something like that. But yeah, lots of fun little greetings like that. Or I know there's also some that say like hugs from far apart or paper hugs and different things like that. There's a whole mess of them, but it's a PDF download. So then you can print as many of them as you want and die cut them, punch them out, anything like that, and use those greetings on some cards that you're making to send out Happy Mail during this crazy time. So super, super cute. It is $12 and 100% of the proceeds are going back to your choice. You get to choose between dividing the price equally or between one of two organizations that are helping out a lot of the support and relief for COVID-19. One of them is like World Health Organization. Boy, I wish I had my information correct. Okay, here, let me just look it up and tell you guys. There's also different languages. I doubt different languages, people with different languages are probably watching me because I only speak English, but the World Health Organization's COVID Solitary Response Fund or United Way's Worldwide COVID-19 Community Response and Recovery Fund. So the entire $12 goes to one of those two organizations. So it's also like a giving back and everything. I did leave a link down below in the comments so that you guys can check that out. So if you were wondering what that link was when you first got on the video, then that is what that is for. So you can either split it evenly or you can give to all of one of those two organizations. So there's my Happy Mail. Then the last thing that I wanted to show you guys is this fabulous punch because I'm so excited about it. So this punch is like 15 million punches in one. Kinda. It's really only 6, I think. So as you can see, it's already 2 punches in one. but it does 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and a 1/2 inch for both of them. So it's technically 6 punches in one because you get a totally different look with every 1/4 of an inch. And it is super, super fun. It is very easy to use. Like our other punches, like the banner triple punch or the tag topper punch, slide in your cardstock as far as it goes and then press. This is one of those punches that you actually want to use on your table. So I always showcase using punches like this and having them upside down so that you can actually see what you're punching. I need a piece of paper. So you can see what you're punching. So like, because if I just shoved in this piece of cardstock and pushed it all the way back, that's what I'm going to get. Because I pushed it in so far that it doesn't really show the flower, which I also have a small piece of paper. So I would just take this piece of paper and line it up and then punch. And then now I have that perfect flower. There's no petals with a little flat edge or anything like that. So that's how I normally use my punches, is upside down in my hand facing me, if that all makes sense. And then you get that perfect punch. This is one of the punches that you're going to leave on the table, press it all the way back, and press down. So it's going to be a little bit different than how I've ever had my other punches. So I have cut 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and 1 inch strips. So you're probably thinking, what in the world are you going to stamp with this? And there's actually a lot of things that you can stamp with this. For example, the stamp set that coordinates with it is this one here. And you can bundle and save 10% when you purchase these two together. But I'm pretty sure like the smile and the always are going to fit in that perfectly. So see how it's just going to be a nice little small tag with the word smile on it, and it fits perfectly. I still haven't assembled this stamp. I didn't do it last night while watching TV because I forgot I had a meeting last night. So yeah. So I'm just going, and actually you could do, if you were mass producing a card, you could actually, no, it would be 2 different images, but it would still be the same similar greeting. So I'm just going to push in both of my 1/2 inches and punch. And you'll see this one here. It has that fabulous little piece there where the corners have like, I want to say like a ticket, but I don't think it looks like a ticket. But like it's sort of roundedy angled. Like the corners are snipped off, but it's not like a straight edge where it's very jagged. It actually is like slightly rounded. And then this one didn't punch because I didn't push it in far enough. And this one looks super fabulous. I actually feel like we had a punch that looked like this one. So there's the 2 1/2 inch ones. If you're just jumping on, welcome. If you're watching the replay, fabulous. Give me a shout out. Say hello. It's Daily Dose of Stamping Therapy to get us through this crazy time. This one, like, I don't push it back far enough. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Okay, now it's pushed back. Oh, I love it. And then this one, push it all the way back. And snip, snip. I'm just going to go ahead and snip short, not to put a greeting on it, but to show you guys because I'm not going to be able to hold all of these. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you just those two now because I don't, maybe I can hold up all of them. So that is the 3/4 of an inch strip. And then now we have the 1 inch strip. And my 1 inch piece is obviously a little bit bigger than 1 inch. So I'm just going to go ahead and center it. As long as it's centered in the punch, you're still good. So if it doesn't go exactly in that little like tray, don't worry, as long as it's centered. Ooh, that is not how I was expecting that, but that is so cool. Okay, I really can't hold up all of these, so now we're going to do 3/4 and the 1 inch. If you're just jumping on, also give me a shout out so that I can say hello. So now I will do all of 1, which is this one, and this one. So the 1 punch does that look. And the other punch does, also, there's a chance maybe my greeting, yep, we're not scrolling this time. Hi, Debbie, welcome. Hi, Becky. And then there's the other punch. Aw, hi, Kim. Welcome. He's so cute. He just wants to get creative too. Say, Becky, get out those paints and let's paint right before nap time, because why not wind them up? That's like, you know, we have the trampoline and we always have to make sure that we don't jump anytime near sleep time, because otherwise she's just way too wound up. Okay, so that is this fabulous punch that I don't even remember the name of it. That's one of the things that's always crazy when a new catalog comes out, is I feel like I go back down to like not knowing anything. It is the Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch. That's kind of fun. Pick-a-punch, I like that word. And of course you have all these little foo-foo pieces underneath. But yeah, that's a fun way to use the punch. I wonder what it would look like if I shoved in a piece that was like too big. Like if I shoved in like a 2-inch piece. Interesting. It really looks like nothing. There's a really small gap between the 2 punches. You know, because there's always other ways that you could do a punch. Like, you can always enter it, like, that one's not as easy to do. But there's been a lot of techniques where you can take, like, a square punch and put it in up underneath and get those banner tips and different things like that. So I thought maybe you could do that, but apparently not. But, yeah, so let me know which one your favorite is. Is it the one with, like, the straight across rounded, or is it the one that's like a little bit more bubbly? You paint daily? I don't know. I guess we don't paint daily, but we did for a couple days in a row, and that was super fun. But now we're kind of on a painting hiatus. I feel like it's like you kind of remember things and forget things after a while. I will say, anybody that has little kids, taking paintbrushes and a cup of water and going outside and letting them like paint rocks or paint the sidewalk is super fun and time consuming. So it's awesome. Water usually does get everywhere though, but so does paint. I'm glad you like it, Colleen. I love punches too, Dawn. They're probably, like, I love punches more than I love framelits, because they're just so quick and simple. Just grab the punch, and then put it back or leave it on your desk. You know, whatever you want to do. But they're just so easy. You know, you just like grab it and go, and I absolutely love that. Oh, you loved your Happy Mail, Julie? I'm so glad you did. Hugs to you. So yeah, that is super fun punch. I didn't think I would, but I actually like the more flat one. I don't like the jagged edges. Like, I love this one with the rounded. It looks super cute. And then this one, it's like it's got little like gargoyle like points on the end. And then this one's just awkward with that like snipped off edge. So yeah, I like the small ones of the one, but I actually like all of them of the other. And I'm really surprised because I usually like a rounded soft edge. So yeah, it's interesting which one when you finally start playing with things. Like right now, of course, which I mean that's never going to change. I love Magenta Madness, and I will say that the cinnamon cider doesn't seem like a color of mine. The bumblebee, even though I've been loving Daffodil Delight lately, the bumblebee doesn't quite strike my fancy either. But we will see, because once I start playing with stuff, that might completely change and I could surprise myself. So I always kind of like how things like that go, where you never really know which one's going to like pull your attention and you're going to like it the most. Just like, sometimes flower stamp sets, I'm like, nah, it really didn't like excite me, but this one did, and I'm surprised. So I am super excited about this stamp set though, because of all the fabulous greetings. And this one is the one that is bundle and save 10% with the punch. So woo woo, you guys can all get this one together starting June 3rd. Until then, don't forget that the retiring list is out. Items are selling out fast. I feel like faster than they have in the past, which is really surprising. But I guess we're all at home and ordering and looking through and crafting and stuff like that, which makes my heart happy. So yeah, that is really all I have for today. I'm really hoping to be able to get some projects kind of started and play with this stuff so that we can play together Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Perhaps if there's anything specific that you have seen me showcase that you want to see more on, then let me know. And that's what I will gravitate towards first, because I think the reason why I haven't really started on a lot of stuff is because I just look at all of it and go, I want to play with all of it, and then nothing gets done. I'm sure you guys can relate to that a lot. So instead, I almost need to say, like, you are playing with this stamp set today, and then I'll get like a ton done. But we'll see how that goes, because I also have a couple other projects that I'm working on. So I'm kind of like trying to play and have fun, but also work on those projects and going back and forth and stuff like that. So stay tuned, as more of those fabulous projects will be coming. And let me know what you would like to see me do in the next 3 days. So if there's a certain color, a certain item, a certain project, even if it's something from the like retiring stamp sets or any of the other stamp sets or products, let me know, and I can do my best to make that happen. So I want to give you guys what you want to see, while also hanging out, having Stampin' Therapy. We didn't even talk about food. Last night we had pork chops, and they were absolutely amazing. So let me know in the comments what you're having for supper tonight. We are having calzones, because every day feels like every day. So it doesn't matter that we're not having it on a Friday. Instead, I'm sort of meal planning based on what is in the fridge and is going to go bad first. Because we like buy a whole bunch of food because we don't go to the store very often. So we have to use the consumable stuff first, and then slowly like work at getting other things out of the freezer and stuff like that. So we're on a whole different schedule nowadays. But it's fabulous. We'll get through, and the most important thing is to stay safe and healthy. So I want to wish you guys all a fabulous Tuesday, and love, hugs, and prayers to all of you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.